Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic Park Hammond collection, John Hammond. You know, my favorite Ultraman Tiga character. Anyway, one thing I want to say about this figure, and a few other Hammond collection figures, coming out, more recently. This figure, the Hammond collection Dennis Nedry, the Hammond collection Juvenile Stegosaurus, and the, Hammond collection, Juvenile T-Rex. These are all figures that came out, I think, back in, May, I want to say, but for some reason, Target is just now stocking these figures up, now, which I don't fully get it myself, but, at least we actually have these figures now, so I can't really complain, but it is still really weird to me that, Mattel would just kind of hold off, giving us figures like this. They were releasing them, in May, but we're just now getting... I don't know, it's just this weird, complicated thing, but I digress. Anyway, one more thing I want to point out before I get into this video. Not as of me uploading this, it'll be a little after the fact, but the day I'm recording this video is actually the day that they're re-releasing Jurassic Park in 3D, in theaters, and, well, I'm definitely going to go to that tonight. It's, 5 in the morning for me right now. I have to record this before I go to work, but yeah, no, today I'm gonna go see it, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, I just think this is just a neat little coincidence, but I digress. Anyway, I've been rambling on for far too long. Let's just get into this. Like how we normally start these reviews, I'm gonna start by talking about the paint, and the painting on this figure I think looks really nice. So let's take a closer look at that. So first off, the hat is painted this nice tannish color, which looks nice, and there's this little white band on the hat here, which looks accurate to Jurassic Park, or how it looked in Jurassic Park, I should say. The face, I think, is painted pretty well. I think the beard looks good. The eyes, they're not sloppy or anything like that. So overall, I think the painting on the face looks really nice. And just his arms here and a bit of his neck here, we have this fleshy, tannish color, which again looks pretty close to how he looked in Jurassic Park. And of course, all of the all of his bits of clothing here, his shirt here, his pants, his shoes, all of that is casted in this whitish material, but the underside of the shoes here are painted a brownish coloration. His watch is painted a goldish color, which looks good. And obviously the little arms on the clock here, they are painted pretty nicely, for being so small. And his ring here, again, I think is again this silverish color, which I think looks okay. It's a small little thing. And again, the other ring on his finger here, just the same color, nothing too crazy. And that's pretty much it for the painting here. Painting here I think is pretty solid. Oop, let me stand him up. There we go. I think the painting looks pretty solid. I think everything is on point. Nothing here looks sloppy. Everything is everything that should be painted is pretty much painted on this figure, which is really nice. So, yeah. Overall, I think the painting on this figure looks really nice. So the painting here, I'm gonna say, gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure is pretty solid. So let's take a closer look. So the head is on a ball joint, so he can move about in various different ways. The arms can move 360, as well as move outwards, like so. And same with the elbows here, they can bend and rotate as well. And again, same with the wrists here, they can rotate and bend like so, which is really cool. You can't really see it because it's beneath his shirt piece here, but the waist is actually on a ball joint, so you can get a little bit of movement here, which is actually pretty cool. I like that. They're hiding the joint, but you can still move this figure. I like that. Something that's new to the Hammond collection, this figure actually has thigh rotation, which is really cool to see here. I hope, I don't know why this wasn't in the Hammond collection beforehand, but still, this is cool. We should, have this included in future Hammond collection figures, but I digress. The legs can kick forward about that much, though his shirt piece here kind of gets in the way of that. He can't really kick back that far, but his knees can... Well, there's a double bend in the knees here, so you can bend them like so. And of course, the feet can move up and down a little bit like that, and are on swivels. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. I think the articulation is pretty solid. Again, I think, the inclusion of the thigh swivels, I think, is really cool. I think is, a pretty nice, step up from, previous Hammond collection figures, and, yeah, I do like that. So, overall, again, I think the articulation here gets a pass. This figure comes with a few accessories. One of these accessories being this alternate headpiece without the hat, which I think looks nice, though on mine, I think the glasses come off a little too easily. So I wish they kind of stood on the head more. But, still, I do think that this alternate head looks nice still. We also get a couple of alternate hand pieces, which I think look nice. I don't really have a purpose for them, or I don't know what their purpose is. I mean, this one, the accessories that this figure comes with that aren't, swappable, body parts, I think, are very thin, so I understand the point of this, more, thinly, graspy hand, but then there's this hand where, yeah, I don't really get this. I mean, I think this figure can hold the, most of the accessories it comes with, I think it can hold them, with the regular hands and not these hands, but still, they at least give us the option to swap them, which I do think is nice, so, yeah. I don't know, these hands are just kind of whatever to me. And in case you're wondering, all of these alternate parts can easily pop on and off this figure. Since this is a John Hammond figure, obviously we have to have the amber cane, and I think it looks nice, I think, the sculpting, the painting, I think everything here looks nice. I like how the little mosquito here is kind of printed on there, rather than just being a solid piece inside. I mean, realistically, that'd be impossible to do, so I get why they had it printed on here like so, but still, I do think, I do like how this amber cane looks. The last two accessories we have here are a little thing of ice cream and an ice cream scooper. And I get it, this is supposed to, represent the scene from Jurassic Park, remembering Petticoat Lane. I get that, but was there really nothing else to make an accessory here? I feel like there could have been literally anything else as, an accessory here. Maybe, I don't know, a hatching baby raptor. Or, I remember back in 2019 when they released the Legacy Collection John Hammond as, that Comic-Con exclusive, they had this, little, hatching stand. Something like that would have been cool, too, but I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a stretch. It's neat, I guess, but I don't know. This is just kind of a stretch for me, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories here. Now, we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure, I think, looks really nice. I think, Mattel usually does a really good job with, their humans. Sure, their dinosaurs are kind of iffy. They usually give them, tails that are too short or feet that are too big, but here, with their human figures, I think, they do a pretty good job. Everything, proportion-wise, I think, looks good. Nothing looks too out of place, and overall, I think this just looks really nice. And even really quick, I just want to say, I think the head sculpting here, I think, captures the likeness of Richard Attenborough very nicely. So, yeah. Overall, I think the sculpting on this figure is really nice. So the sculpting here, I'd say, definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very solid. So let's take a closer look. So starting off at the head here, we can see that the hat has a lot of really nice detailing here. All of the little ridges and all the stitches and everything in the hat here, I think, look very nicely. And even his face, I think, has a really nice bit of detailing here. It's just painted on. I'm just noticing this now, but the way the beard is painted, it actually kind of looks like proper detailing. It's sculpted in. And I think I think that does look really nice. I know that's more so for the paint, but still, like, I just want to point that out. I do think the head detailing here looks great. The shirt has a lot of great detailing here as well, like all the pockets here and all like the wrinkles and buttons and everything, detailed very nicely. Like everything here is just very nicely defined. And even his pants here, again, just a lot of really nice detailing here. All the little folds and wrinkles and everything like that just looks really nice. And even the shoes, just a lot of really nice detailing here. So yeah, a little, well, not much detailing under the feet, but there's that, I guess, little pegs and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. And the detailing here, I think, is very solid. So the detailing here, I'd say, definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll do some size comparisons. Here we have the Hammond Collection, Dr. Grant. Here we have the Hammond Collection Velociraptor. Here we have the Legacy Collection, John Hammond. And of course, here we have some hand sanitizer. And here we have Dr. Billy Grant. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? I'd say yes. Like, as far as their dinosaurs go, I think Mattel usually kind of like fumbles a little bit here and there, but they usually do a pretty bang-up job with their humans, and John Hammond here is no exception. The sculpting looks nice, the detailing looks nice, the painting looks nice, and the articulation is nice too. I really like the inclusion of the new thigh swivels. I think that adds so much more as far as like posability goes with this figure and future Hammond Collection figures. I don't know why they didn't have that before, but still, we have it now, so I can't complain. And yeah, overall, I do really like this figure, and I definitely recommend that you pick it up. As far as price tags go, now this figure is about $15, which is honestly not bad at all. Like, it's a smaller figure, sure, but like the quality here I think is really nice, and even though I'm not a big fan of most of the accessories that this figure comes with, I think like still like you actually have accessories, so I think that justifies the $15 price tag. So yeah, overall, this is a nice figure. The price is not too bad whatsoever, and overall, yeah, I do recommend that you pick this figure up because if you love the Hammond Collection, like I think this figure will fit right into your Hammond Collection collection. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.